This is the Louie Tee Network.
I'm ready for some football. I don't know about you. Who else could it be but your man Lou? Yeah.
Overtime! So we head to overtime.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie Tee? Welcome to Monday Night Football Overtime. I hate when the Redskins play on Monday Night Football. I hate it. Because this bullshit happens every single time. This was the worst performance of the season by the offense. This includes the Steelers game, which was also on Monday night, which is not a coincidence, which was also hard to watch. This one hurts a lot worse than that one because I viewed the Steelers as a Super Bowl team then. I view them as a Super Bowl team now, so I could let that one roll off my back. This Panthers team, they're not as bad as their record indicates. I told everyone that would listen on the Redskins report last week that I was afraid of this team, but I thought we were better than them. We proved tonight that we weren't. And the bad part is, we know going into every single game that we play that we can't have a bad night offensively because the defense isn't any good. We know that going into the game. Offense not allowed to have a night off. Ever. Not with this defense. It's not allowed. And what did we do? We took a goddamn night off in December. Of all the months, of all the games, we take a night off offensively in December. Wrong time for that. Again, I still want to make the playoffs. I know a lot of Redskins fans, we don't deserve to go to the playoffs. F that. F that. I still want to go to the playoffs. We're not going to beat anybody when we get there, but I don't give a damn about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I just want my ticket to the dance, God damn it. Do we deserve one after a performance like this? Hell no. But I don't give a damn. I still want to go. But yes, we already know the defense is bad. But what was so frustrating tonight is that the defense actually wasn't that bad. The offense was. The offense was the problem. 3 turnovers, at least 3 drop balls. Vernon Davis, VD, good for 2 of them. Bastard. He's having a good year, though. I'm not going to kill him tonight. He had a bad night. Where was Jordan Reed tonight? I'm talking long before the man decided to turn this into a street fight. 2-piece of dude. And then jump around looking like, hey, you want something too? You trying to break your hand, man? He has a helmet on, bruh. What you hitting him for with your hand? These are your tools, bruh. You don't hit somebody with your fist with a helmet on. You trying to break your hand, man. Not smart. You need to wash your face if you think that's a good idea. Where was he at tonight? And I know he was hurting. I wanted him to get out. He wanted to go. That's why he did that. That's not even Jordan Reed's mentality. That's not even his temperament. He's not a confrontational dude. He wanted to go. He didn't want to punk out. He didn't want to get out of the game. So he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get in a fight and I'm going to get ejected out of this game. Smart on his part. Leave early, man, because I wanted him to lead the game anyway because he was hurting. And it hurt me to watch him hurting. So I was like, hey, man, go ahead and do what you got to do. He said, all right, man, I appreciate that. And he needed the permission to go. And I told him, it's okay, you can go. He said, you sure? I said, man, they haven't been using you anyway. He said, you're right. I appreciate the permission, man. I'm out. And he went. He left. Really frustrating, though. The red zone woes continue. Got to score a touchdown at the end of the game. I don't know how many times you can ask the defense to get stops tonight. You know the defense isn't good for getting stops, and yet they were getting stops. Now, they weren't getting 3 and outs. They weren't giving us any field position. They didn't generate any turnovers. God forbid we force a turnover, but they got stops. They forced Carolina to punt, even if it was from midfield every goddamn time. They forced them to punt. And what did we do offensively? Fumble the goddamn ball for a touchdown. Throw a damn interception. Drop a pass on 3rd and 2 by Pierre Garçon. Drop a pass on 3rd and 4 by Deshaun Jackson. You can't win like that. Can't win like that. And it's not like this is the Panthers' defense from last week. Their defense isn't even good. That's another reason why I'm upset. It'd be one thing if this was a vaunted Panthers defense that you're scared of with Luke Kuechly in the lineup. They didn't even have their best defensive player. And we struggled tonight. I'm convinced we just shouldn't play on Monday night. Period. At home, on the road, don't put me on Monday night no more. I don't want to do Monday night anymore. It's like this stage is just too big for us. We can do Sunday night. We can do Thursday night. But we can't do Monday night. We don't thrive in this environment. We cower in this environment. We make mistakes, uncharacteristic mistakes in this environment. This is what we do on Monday Night Football. This was Medusa, man. Hard to watch. And yet I had hope because I said the Panthers don't score no damn points. We gonna have a shot. And what did we have? A shot. And what did we do? Throw that shot in the goddamn garbage. Get all the way to the 7-yard line and can't get in. Piss poor. We get all the way down there again. Jordan Reed decides he wants to be a boxer and gets us a 15-yard penalty and we got to settle for a field goal. You can't do these things and expect to win. It's bad enough we had turnovers. You already overcoming mistakes that you made to give the Panthers. They don't score points. Don't help them score points. They were going to score 20 and they were going to be content with that tonight. 20 was the max for those boys tonight. And you want to fumble and give them the ball at the 1? Really? They showed the stat. Any team that gets to the 1 against us is getting in. We are so bad on the defensive side of football, but it wasn't the defense tonight. It'd be nice if they made a play. It's tough to go 85 yards to score a touchdown. It's tough to go 75 yards to score a touchdown all the damn time. But that's what we got to do. We had horrible field position all night long. But, again, I'm not putting this on the defense. We can't have nights off offensively. It's not allowed. And we took a night off. And we paid for it. We're not good enough. And the bad part about this is we're probably still going to have a realistic shot at getting in. The Buccaneers could lose another game. We could win out. The Lions could lose every single game they have left. They got Dallas again. We might have to root for the Cowboys for a second consecutive week. I'm tired. I didn't even want to root for them last week or this past weekend. We might have to root for them again because if Detroit loses to them and then loses to the Green Bay Packers for the division, they're 9-7. Guess what? We 9-6-1. We get in. But forget about that. Honestly speaking, can we even beat the Bears next week? I don't know. I don't know. I laugh to stop from crying, man. It's tough, man, when you're a Redskins fan on a Monday night because we just don't do Monday nights well, man. It's tough. You heard what he said? 16 out of the last 17 home games on Monday night, we've lost. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. How is that even possible? That is insane. That is insane. We were bad tonight, man. We were bad tonight. I haven't been this frustrated since week 1 versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Coincidentally, that was a Monday night game. I haven't been this frustrated. We've done some dumb things this season. Struggled against teams we had no business struggling against. But we always snapped out of our funk. We always found a way to score at least 20-something points. 15 goddamn points? Again, keep in mind, this is not a good Carolina Panthers defense. Remember that. 15 goddamn points. That's it. I know we struggle to score in the red zone. I know we got our deficiencies, but 15? That's all we can muster tonight? Boy, this was bad, man. And it's not like they did anything special. I'm convinced now. I've been fighting the good fight for quite a bit, and I've had Redskins fans. They've been piling on Joe Barry. He's got to go. Joe's got to go. Cam Newton was injured tonight. Cam Newton's not a very good passer of the football. You heard what they said. Under 50% completion percentage his last 4 games. When we blitzed, did we not hit home tonight? Did we not force incompletions tonight? How many times do y'all remember blitzing? I only remember blitzing twice. I remember getting 2 sacks. I don't know about you. 2 for 2. 100%. I don't know. I don't know. So, and I know we had some injuries. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Like I said, I'd much rather die by the blitz than sit back in soft zone coverage and let guys run hook routes and be wide open, and let guys leak out of the backfield and be wide open, or let Greg Olsen chip our defensive end, then run a shallow crosser and pick up 9 yards. Man, can we do anything defensively? I mean, it's a joke. But it's okay when you score 29 like we normally do. It's okay to laugh at the defense and say, man, we're bad. But to not be able to score at least 20, again, can't reiterate this enough. The Panthers aren't good defensively. They're okay. I'm almost at a loss of words. Matter of fact, I'm going to let y'all do all the talking tonight. I'm going to just answer your comments and read your comments. I don't really have much to say. I'm honestly, I'm at a loss of words because this was so bad. This performance was so pathetic by my boys, man. This is one of those nights where you almost want to disown your own boys. You know what I mean? But, I ride with my boys through thick and thin. I've seen much worse than this, trust me. Okay? But it's just when you think you got a shot to do something, and this is what you do, you wet the bed. You know what I mean? We drank way too much water, and we didn't use the bathroom before we went to bed. And it's like water boy status. Mom's hanging up the sheet on the clothing line, and you just see all that piss on the sheets, man. We wet the bed tonight. And we emptied out the bladder. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Jonathan Stewart killed us again, but I told you they were going to run it on us. I told you the 3 keys to the game. Stop Cam. We didn't stop Cam. Stop Greg Olsen. We didn't stop Greg Olsen. Stop the run game. We didn't stop the run game. I told you all 3 of those things were going to happen, though. Those were supposed to happen. Those were all on the defensive side of the football. Notice I didn't mention anything offensively because I wasn't afraid of their defense. Nor should I have been. After watching this game, they did nothing tonight. I hate when we put ourselves in compromising positions. First of all, number one, can we get any creativity in the run game? We run pound draw damn near every snap. If you watch any tape, then you know what's coming. You think the Panthers didn't know we were going to run pound draw tonight? They were sitting on it. We run pound draw every week. The same damn run play. No creativity, no pulling, none of that. Only time we pull guys is when we're in the shotgun. That's when you get a little counter trade action and you get a little movement. We didn't run any ghost action with Jamison Crowder. I think we might have ran one ghost action with him coming in motion and faking a jet sweep. We didn't do anything to throw them off balance in the run game. We just said, hey, we're going to line up and we're going to run. We're not a lineup and we're not the Dallas Cowboys. We're not a physical line up and out-muscle you at the line of scrimmage, run offense. We need trickeration. We need creativity. We need motions. We need a bunch of shifts. We need that. We're a pass-blocking team. If you want to call us finesse, go right ahead. That's exactly what our offensive line is, finesse. And I know they won't want to hear that. You're a finesse-ass offensive line because we don't run block. We don't create a new line of scrimmage. We're a finesse football team. That's fine. We don't play no defense. We pass block. We're finesse. Call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. Okay? So you're a finesse team. Then start using different things to create a run game. We just said to hell with it. We're going to run the same pound draw over and over, run and bust our head up against a brick wall, get stopped for -2, no gain, 1, and we're going to just stop running. So how the hell is the play action fake supposed to work? You think they falling for play action fake when you got 18 rushing yards? Man, go sit your ass down somewhere with that nonsense, man. And then you're going to call by the goal line. This is what I'm talking about when I say don't put players in positions to fail. You're going to have Vernon Davis sift block, come across the formation and come and sift block a defensive end. And you think you're going to take a deep shot down the field off of that? Since when did Vernon Davis become the model for pass blocking. Since when? Come on, man. Don't put your players in positions like that. You're setting them up for failure. Wes Horton ain't blowing nobody up, but it's Vernon Davis. So why the hell not? Oi. It was just bad. I thought this was an epic fail on the part of the coaching staff. I thought the players went out and they weren't prepared to go out and win a football game. I just thought all around this was a poor effort by the entire organization. This was a team loss collectively. The coaching staff was outcoached. The players were outplayed. We didn't get it done, man. We did not get it done. Credit to the Panthers. They came out. They looked, like I said, they looked like the better team. And for some reason, we just can't beat Cam Newton. I remember him beating us in his rookie season. I'm like, oh yeah, we about to get this W. I remember one time, remember Robert Griffin III's rookie season? Remember we made them our quote-unquote homecoming game and D'Angelo Williams took offense to it. He got pissed off. They were bad that year. They were 1-8 going into that game. We were 3-5. And I just knew we were about to mop these boys. They stunk. They came into FedEx and beat our ass. And they seem to do it every time we play them. And they're most likely going to finish in third in their division. And we're going to finish in third in our division. And guess what? We're going to have to play their ass again next year. And they're going to bust our ass again if we play like that again. They're going to bust our ass next year. I'm sick of this, man. Sick of losing to Cam Newton. You saw him dancing around at the end. I can't stand Cam Newton. Had they lost, he would have been over there pouting like a little bitch. But they won, so he dancing and he all happy and excited. F that. Tired of losing to the damn Panthers, man. Pissed me the hell off. And the way we lost really pissed me off. But I'm done ranting tonight, man. Done. I'm going to let y'all rant because I know a lot of y'all got stuff to say. Some of y'all going to be funny as hell. I'm waiting on that. I'm sitting on the fastball. I'm going to go ahead and knock those out the park too. And I know I got a lot of pissed off Redskins fans watching as well. Hey, go ahead, man. You can vent today. You can vent tomorrow because it'll be more time to do it on the Redskins report tomorrow. Bottom line, we got our ass handed to us. And we deserve to because we didn't play well at all. We didn't coach it up well. We didn't play well. We didn't execute. They didn't draw it up well. We did not deserve to win this game. The Panthers did. They out-executed us. They outsmarted us. They out-hustled us. They out-physicaled us. They did everything in this game better than we did. Except for stink it up. Let's get to some of y'all comments, man. I'm done. I'm done airing out my mouth, man. I'm done. I'm going to let y'all talk now. SW Mike says, we don't deserve the playoffs. Why is Cousins trust on third downs? I think Reed is done for the season, and the Panthers help the Bucs more than themselves. Well, the Panthers don't give a damn about who they're helping. They're just trying to win football games. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? They didn't say, well, we don't want to help Tampa, so we need to lose it. They don't give a damn about Tampa Bay. If Tampa Bay's going to make the playoffs, they're going to make the playoffs. If the Buccaneers going to make their own bed and lie in it, they're going to make their own bed. They don't give a damn about nobody but themselves, and that's the way it should be in this league. You're not looking to help nobody else. They're looking to win a game. They're trying to get to 500. It's been a tough season for them. They still can take solace in saying, hey, we had a rough go of it, but we still made it to 500. They can still make it to 500, and they're looking to do the same thing to the Falcons next week. The Panthers are much better than their record indicates. They've just been struggling this season for one reason or another, whether it's Graham Gano missing a field goal versus the Broncos in the first week of the season, or Derek Anderson throwing an interception at the 1 yard line. They've had some tough losses this season. Make no mistake about it. Don't think that the Panthers are garbage, because they're not. They're just not the team that they were a season ago. And that's okay. But they're better than us tonight. That's for damn sure. Isaac Snook says, Skins can't afford for the offense to have a bad game. Same thing I basically said. We can't have a night off on offense. Period. End of discussion. If we don't come with the offense ready to play, we don't stand a chance because our defense may be the worst in the league. End of discussion. You don't show up with the offense in the briefcase ready to open it up and unleash those boys. Look, if you pack the suitcase to go on the road and the offense isn't in there, you might as well get back on the plane and go home. Go home now because we're not going to win the game. If you show up to the game and the offense isn't in the suitcase, go back home and go get the offense pronto because we don't stand a chance. That's where we at with ours right now. If the offense doesn't come ready to play, we're not going to win. we're not going to win. And you saw that tonight. Mr. DBC 215 says, our lack of commitment to the run explains why we continue to struggle against teams who do. It's not a difficult concept. Run attempts matter. Run attempts matter only when you're having success. There's no reason to run when you're getting -2, 1, none, -1. There's no reason to keep running. My problem isn't with the amount of attempts when you're struggling like we did. My problem is with the lack of creativity running the football. If you're running the same damn run play over and over again, which the Panthers are hip to, they watch tape. They're not stupid. They know what the formation looks like when goddamn what's his name? Goddamn number 13. I forgot his goddamn name. My man from California, the big receiver. Can't even think of his goddamn name. But when his ass comes down and first of all, if he's in the game, first thing I'm thinking is a run if I'm the Panthers. Okay? There's not many times he's going to be in a game and they actually throw him the goddamn football. That's number one. Number two, when we send his ass in motion and he comes tight to the line, it's pound draw. Bring your safety up, run blitz, and you can get you a tackle for loss. That's what they did. It's not it's not hard to figure that stuff out. We're a very, very predictable run offense. And when you don't win up front, we don't out-muscle guys. There's only 2 guys on our offensive line that's going to win one-on-one. Trent Williams and Brandon Sheriff. The rest of our offensive linemen are soft when it comes to the run game. Simple as that. We don't create space. We don't move guys. We don't create a new line of scrimmage. So if you don't have creativity, if they don't have to respect backside, if they don't have to worry about ghost motion, jet sweep, none of that, guess what that defensive end gets to do? Crash down and make a play in the backfield. And that's what they were doing all goddamn night. So the attempts don't faze me if you're not getting anything. Who wants to be in 3rd and 11? Running on first down, running on second down, and it's 3rd and 9. Who wants to do that? That's not smart. But you're not having no success because you don't do anything different. Our run game is vanilla. It looked like the preseason. Mr. DCB 215 says, the problem is the coaches believe in their own genius and system. They seem to forget that it's football. I agree with that to a certain extent. This was all scheme oriented, and for them, well, we're just gonna run our scheme. They don't tailor the game plan to the team that they're playing. They don't try to play off the aggressiveness of the other team. You know, Panthers have defensive ends that's crashing down. Okay, run a jet sweep. Run something that's going to take advantage of that aggressiveness. We don't run plays that take advantage of the other team. We run our stuff. Our stuff. Okay, right. That pisses me off too. BE says, is that cheerleader okay? Yeah, I was wondering about that. She did a great job of using the pom-poms to stop the face plant, man. And that should be a lesson for you guys out there. Look, if you're going down face first, always protect your mug, man. Don't ever let your face take the brunt of any fall you ever have in life. That's what you got these for. I'd much rather have cuts and scrapes on these boys than on this guy right here. You only get one of these. You got 2 of these. If you F this one up, you still got this one. Maybe you right with this one. Oh well, okay? You only got one of these. You don't get to do this over again, okay? She did a great job of protecting what's going to make her money. She's a cheerleader. Can't F this up. These pom-poms in these hands, they can take a beating. This can't. And she was up smiling and cheesing. She did the right thing. DG Production says, boy, can Jordan Reed throw a nasty jab? Hey, that was quick, man. That was boom. And he was ready for another one. Jay was loaded up. If Thomas Davis wanted to trip, he could have caught one. Okay? Straightened his nose out. He could have caught one. But Thomas was like, hey, man, where that flag at? Thomas they didn't want none. And Jay Reed really didn't want none. I was upset at him because I said, hey, bro, you trying to break your hand or what? This man has a helmet on. That's why you see players go with the open hand. The open hand. Not the closed fist. You breaking something with that. Don't do that. That's not smart. Again, you need to wash your face if you think that's a good idea, man. Get your mind right. And when he was walking back to the locker room, I saw him flexing his hand. At that moment, he realized, damn, that wasn't smart. Up here, man. Use your noggin. You want to get thrown out? That's cool. I told you I signed that permission slip. I gave you permission to get thrown out of this game because I know you didn't want to leave. You wanted to stay there for your team, but you were hurting. I signed the permission slip. I told you could go. Use the open hand, though, man. Open hand, not closed fist. You break your hand like that, man. Be smart. Moving right along, though. Archangel says, sorry about that L y'all took tonight, but you just got to take it with a grain of salt and suck it up. But it's still not over. I'm aware of this. You should be talking to those other Redskins fans that are pronouncing the season dead and don't want to go to the playoffs. That's not me. I'm not that guy. We had a bad night at the office, but we still got 2 games left. And I'm looking around at the rest of the NFC, and I'm like, don't nobody else want to go. The Bucs could lose again. They got that same Panthers team again. The Falcons are going to win that division, so the Bucs going to have to win a wild card. I'm looking around at the Lions. I'm like, hey, you going to win another game? They like, man, I'm not sure. I'm like, well, hey, if you don't want to go, I'll take your spot. They say, hey, I'm not saying, I'm just saying I might not go. I'm like, well, hey, just let me know. Call me. If you're not going to go, I'll take your ticket. I don't want any tickets going to waste. So I'm looking at the Lions, and they kind of iffy. They like, man, I don't know. Had a rough night last night. I don't know if I feel like going out tonight. I'm like, well, hey, keep my number on speed dial. I'm looking back at the Bucs, and I'm like, hey, you trying to go? They're like, man, Mike be tripping, man. Mike and Cameron, they said they want to have another dude roll with us, but he talking about not going. They need another receiver, but it ain't another dude there. So they like, hey, if we don't find that 4th dude to go, we ain't going. So I'm like, hey, keep my number on speed dial, man. You don't want your ticket? I'll take yours too. Don't worry about it. Somebody's not going. Either the Bucs or the Lions. Somebody's not going to the party. I'll take your ticket, man. I'll be glad to. But we over here tripping too. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't no sure thing that we got to ride. So it's teams over here like trying to give us a ticket, but you can't get to the dance. You ain't got a ride. You ain't got no whip. How the hell you going to get there, man? I don't know. We got 2 games to find out if we got a ride or not. 2 games to find out if we got a ride to the dance, and then we got to figure out if somebody got a ticket for us to go. We had a ticket in our hand, and it blew away. Our ticket just went down the sewer. Now we got to hope somebody's got an extra ticket. And we got to find out if we got a ride. Got to go to Chicago and win. Got to beat the Giants. You ain't going to beat the Giants playing like that. I tell you that right now. Their defense is 10 times better than the Panthers defense. You think you're going to beat the Giants playing like that? You got another thing coming. Anyway, DG Production says, them refs were trying to rob D-Jacks. They tried, man. I was pissed off about Pierre. I was mad Jay Gruden didn't challenge that. He got 2 feet in. Like, they were trying to take care. I said, look, man, we already struggling over here, man. You can't be taking my little catches from me, man. I said, Jay, get the flag out, man. Jay said, I got it. I told Jay on the PA, I said, hey, Jay, take the flag out. Jay, take the flag out. Jay, take the flag out. Jay won't listen to me, man. I was hot. We had to punt. Next play, incomplete punt. Jay, where was you at, man? I'm like, Drake, man, I'm in the bathroom taking attendance. Where your ass was at? I take attendance like a classroom. Where your ass was at with the red flag? He wasn't where he was supposed to be. Archangel says, well, look at the bright side. At least R. Kelly got your boy to the fantasy football. I'm glad he got you that TD, man. When he scored, I got happy. I was happy for you, man. I thought about you. You were the first person that popped in my head. BE says, Jay Reed be like, if I'm going out or going out swinging. That's a good one, BE. That's a good one. Hey, I ain't never mad with him. I ain't never mad with a man going down swinging, man. Hey, you a damn fool, man. You a fool for that one. Archangel says, what the hell happened to R. Kelly at the end of the game, though? Did he get injured or something? And if throwing the ball to R. Kelly was working, why stray away towards the end? He's not a great pass catcher, number one, but I think he injured himself at some point. And I'd like to know if something happened to him because there are a couple of times where he got up a little slow in this game. Remember, if you out there and you want your comment read, make sure you use the hashtag Louie Tee Live. But when we throwing the football to the back out of the backfield, Chris Thompson is the man for the job. So late in the game, you're not going to see Rob Kelly in the game. You're going to see Chris Thompson because we had to throw it. And he's the best pass catching back we have on the team. Damon Brown says, what's up? I completely missed the game, so I can't wait for your breakdown. Well, you ain't going to get it tonight, man. We self-destructed. I can give you a quick synopsis if you're looking for one. Here it is. The offense didn't show up. We had 3 turnovers on the night. One, basically for a touchdown. Kirk gets hit first possession of the third quarter. They try to have Vernon Davis sift block, and he comes over, and Wes Horton blows him up, pushes him into Kirk, who's trying to throw the ball down the field. I would love to see what he was throwing. I guarantee you it was a shot down the field, and it was wide open. He looked like he was loading up for the big one. I felt like Sanford and said, oh, this is the big one. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. I thought that was the big one. And the ball went up in the air. I said, oh, hell. Why you asked VD to do that? Now, why you had to go and do that and do that? Now, why you had to go and do that and do that? Damn. Kirk throws a pick in the first half. Kirk Coleman makes a good play on a seam ball. So 2 turnovers on a night where you didn't generate any turnovers. Cam Newton in the offense, moving right along. Cam throws for 300. Jonathan Stewart runs for about $120, $25. Let's see. We missed an extra point. We had 2 drops on third downs, one by Pierre Garçon, who they conveniently jinxed. Well, Pierre Garçon just set a record, 100 passes without a drop. Thanks. I appreciate that, Sean. Next third down, 3rd and 2, what does Pierre do? Drop the goddamn ball. Put that one on you, man. Thanks for putting the kibosh on us, man. Appreciate that. D-Jax, one goes right through his... Hug me. Love me. What are you doing, man? Hands, man. Hands. He's so worried about taking a shot, he want to protect himself. Ain't nobody going to hit you before you can hit the deck, man. Hands, man. Hands. Ball go right through his damn hands, 33. First down. Vernon Davis drops a touchdown. Slow-ass A.J. Klein in coverage. Got him beat. Boopski. Hands. Hands, man. Hands. It's that type of night. That type of night. Oh, yeah, and we only had 19 yards rushing. So, yeah, then there's that, too. Matthew 123 says, why didn't Gruden go for it on some of those 4th downs when we were down 14 and Carolina was moving the ball consistently? He could have went for it after Pierre jumped in the air on that 3rd down, after the Jay Reed ejection and 15-yard penalty. I think we were at the 7 or so right there. Do you honestly think we were going to get in, though? I mean, let's be real with ourselves. I would have took the points, too. You know, in my mind, the fan in me said, go, go. But you got to think with your head. And in that position, you need momentum. You moved it. That was your first time really putting together anything in the second half. You got to get something off that drive. You're only down 23 to 12 after that field goal. So you're right there. You know, in my mind, I'm saying, look, you get a stop, which we did. You get the ball back. You got a chance. We got to stop. We didn't do anything offensively. And that was the problem tonight, was that the defense, albeit not the way you would prefer it, so you get the field goal, then Joe Webb decides he's a real kickoff returner and brings it out. We stop him at the 14. Great. They're pinned. Let's get a 3 and out, fellas. Get one for the Gipper. Nah. We're going to let them pick up 2 first downs, get to midfield, and then punt. So when they punt us the ball, Jamison Crowder fair catches it at the 8 goddamn yard line. Now you got to go 92 yards for a touchdown. Good luck with that on a night where you're struggling. That's what I'm talking about. We don't do the little things. But the defense got to stop. It's better than not getting any stop and giving up a touchdown or another field goal. So defense did their job tonight. As bad as I want to kill the defense, they did their job. You can't ask them to get stops consistently. We just had to be better offensively, and we weren't. We were horrible tonight. Protect428 says, we are pathetic as F. This team, I'm going to smack Jay Reed, VD, Kirk, and the entire offense. Straight garbage. The defense played well, but the offense was horrible. And that pretty much sums up the entire night for us tonight. And it can never be that way this season if we're going to win. You can't ever say, well, the defense did their job and the offense didn't. Because, saying that the defense did their job means we still gave up 26 points. That's a good day for the defense. 26? That's a good day. We're supposed to win. That's the equivalent of anybody else in the league giving up like 16. You like, man, we got to win. We give up 26, we supposed to win. God damn it. That's a great day at the office for our defense. 26? Shoot, we supposed to win the damn game. Deron Johnson says, sorry for the loss tonight, Louie T. It's all good, man. This is what we do on Mondays, man. This is what we do. Bossaholic says, Redskins couldn't get consistent pressure on the Panthers' banged-up O-line. That was frustrating. You want me to tell you what was even more frustrating? The fact that we didn't blitz. When we blitz, we got pressure. When we didn't, we didn't. And we never get pressure. I can tell a lot of y'all don't watch Redskins football, and for good reason. You're not Redskins fans. I'm here to tell you we don't get pressure. Ryan Kerrigan has 11 sacks. Don't let that number fool you, okay? Those 11 sacks, about 5 of those sacks are legit sacks. The other ones are coverage sacks, guys getting pressure and him cleaning up somebody else's mess that they created. Don't let them fool you, okay? We don't get pressure for real. And so in order to get it, you got to generate it by blitzing. And we blitzed twice, and we got to Cam Newton twice. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Don't talk to me. Talk to Joe B. Slip Ammo says, undisciplined team you got there. I don't know if that's supposed to be a little shot at me, a little shade from me talking about your team being undisciplined. We didn't have that many penalties tonight. We just didn't play well. There's a difference. But I appreciate your shade, though. I mean, cool. I mean, BE says that Jay Reed penalty was 2 15-yard penalties. It was 1, but it felt like 2. It moved us all the way back from like the 11 to the 26, which hurt. Because remember, we were at the 7. We lost like 4 yards on the run play because he got blown up and didn't do his job and block. And then he got 15 on top of it. So it felt like 30, but it was like a 20-yard penalty. 5 for not blocking and another 15 for you feeling like you Sugar Ray Leonard out there. DG Production says, dang, even the Jags got a few stops on the 1, and they stink. We don't stop anybody on the 1. We're not built like that. We're not a physical enough team for that. And that's a problem. At some point, you got to stand up strong, bow your back a little bit, and say, nah, not this time. You're not getting in. That ain't us. I'm going to just be real. I'm a realist. That's one thing you don't have to worry about me lying to you. I don't sugarcoat anything. I speak facts. That's all I know how to do. That's not my defense, man. My defense, we ain't stopping nobody at the 1. We ain't built like that. We ain't Fort Tough over here, man. We Chevys. Protect428 says, pitiful. Straight trash. Give up and let's lose out and stay the F home. These idiots suck. No. That's not the way to go after this tonight, guys. I'm going to have to rally the troops tomorrow. I don't feel like doing that tonight. Just tell you, look, our season's not done, man. I told you. The ticket, it just blew out of our hands. We don't have the ticket anymore. But we can still get our hands on the ticket, man. I told you, Green Bay, they coming. They coming. And I'm looking at the Lions. And I'm looking at Tampa Bay. And I'm saying, hey, man. You sure y'all want that ticket? You sure you going? They don't know if they going or not. They not sure, just like we not sure. We don't know if we can get a ride or not. See, they got transportation. Tampa Bay, Detroit, they got transportation. They can get there. They just don't know if they're going or not. We don't know if we got a ride. We'll see. In any event, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, man. Sherlock Homeboy says the attendance was ass, not to mention. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Were you there? It didn't seem like it was that bad on television, but that's what we do. We're not good enough right now to convince the fan base that you need to come out of your house on a Monday night when it's 23 degrees outside. Only devoted fan bases and teams that are actually good get you to come out of your house when it's 20. That's the reason. That's part of the reason that if I had, and I was actually offered a ticket by a fan, and I had something to do today, so I couldn't go. I had a prior obligation that I couldn't get out of. But even if I could have went, the weather makes you second guess whether I want to go. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't do cold weather, man. 23 degrees to watch my team get their ass whooped. I can stay home in the comfy confines of my own house and my couch where it's nice and controlled. The climate is 75 degrees and sunny inside and watch the ass whooping from there. I don't need to go outside and be cold as hell, toes frozen, can't feel my legs, nor my fingertips, just to watch my team get their ass beat. Then I have to drive home 4 hours. I'm good, man. I'm good. Brandon Jones says, exactly, man. I had high hopes today. We effing sucked today. No excuses. At this point, why should we even go? Because it's all about building for the future. I told you why we need to go to the playoffs already. We went last year. When's the last time we went 2 times in a row? Some of y'all weren't even born yet, man. 91, 92, 92, 93. You're talking over 2 decades. We haven't been in back-to-back years. Don't you want to just go to get that over with so they can't even say that anymore? The bottom line is, if you're building a culture, a mentality that says we're a winning organization, it starts by making the playoffs every year. If you skip a year, that means you don't make it every year. You want to be Green Bay. You want to have a model of consistency that says, hey, we're in it to win it every year. You got to make the playoffs. You got to make the playoffs. Styles make fights. If we just get in, and let's just say we get in as the 6th seed. Obviously, if we get in, we're going to be the 6th seed. And let's say the 3 seed is the Seattle Seahawks. It's not a good matchup for us. Let's say it's the Atlanta Falcons. That's a better matchup for us. Let's say it's the Falcons. They're going to eat our defense up. They're going to score 30-something points. But we can score 30-something on them too. We probably won't. They'll probably beat us 37-20. But we'd have a shot, right? Right? That's all I'm saying. You just want a chance. That's all you're looking for. That's all I'm looking for is a shot. So, in any event, you just want to get in and go. So you can say, I went. You know how they have that party and you just want to say, I was there? That's all. Look, even if you don't dance, you're just holding up a spot on the wall and you just chilling, vibing. You just want to say, I was there. When something great happens, you want to be able to say, I was there. I just want to go so I can say I was there. Maybe write my name on the wall. Skins was here with a Z. Skins was here. Cool. We were there. We'll be back. That's what you want your players thinking. When you go to try to get free agents to come, they don't want to go to a loser. They want to go to a team that wins. You know what they think of? Who was in the playoffs last year? Hey, we made it to. You know why Josh Norman picked us? He could have went to New Orleans. Could have went to San Francisco. There were other teams with just about or more money than we could offer him. You know why he wanted to come to D.C.? We went to the playoffs that year. He was like, man, if I'm going to leave Carolina, I want to go somewhere where I got a chance to win. You think he didn't want to go to New Orleans where he was going to play Carolina twice a year, see those boys and torment them twice a year? But the Saints aren't winning. He wanted to come to D.C. because we win. You got to go to the playoffs. To attract free agents, to make guys want to come to D.C., to make this an attractive place to want to play, you got to win. It's not good enough to just want to pay guys anymore. All right, let's move on. Young Gambino. Oh, this is a Panthers fan, so I know he about to say something off the goddamn wall like Mike Jackson. What's a bigger need for the Panthers, running back or offensive tackle? Oh, I'm surprised. He just came with a regular question. I go with offensive tackle. You got to protect Cam a little bit better. And you got to be able to set the edge in the run game. And when you got teams with premier pass rushers, you're not going to be able to win with the tackles that you have on that football team. You're going to have to upgrade the running back position eventually. Obviously, we know this to be a fact. But you don't have to spend a first-round pick on a running back to get a good one, as we saw with David Johnson. You can get a running back in the third round, fourth round, fifth round, and have him be a good back for you. Offensive tackle, you want a really good tackle, you need to draft one in the first round. So that would be where I would go if I'm the Panthers. Archangel says, hey, Lou, you sure you wasn't dressing in all black for y'all funeral tonight? Maybe I was. I didn't even have on all black. I had on gray, but maybe I was, man. Maybe I had the wrong program in my hand. Maybe it wasn't for the Panthers. Maybe it was for the Redskins tonight. I'll be dressed in all black tomorrow night, so you know I'm gonna be whose funeral I'm dressed for tomorrow. So maybe I was dressed for the wrong funeral, man. Sin Day Go, another Panthers fan. He gonna give me some off the wall Mike Jackson talk real quick. Let me see what he said. Bruh, come on, man. We saved you a seat at the end of the couch. He said, even has a built-in recliner, LOL. The refs couldn't save y'all. We just have favorable matchups. Sorry. It's all good, man. Y'all with a better team tonight. I don't want to sit on your couch. Your couch is dirty and it stink. I want to go to the playoffs, man. Y'all can sit on the couch and watch us like you did last year. Wait, you went to the playoffs last year. Never mind. You can sit on the couch and watch us this year, man. Say, hey, we beat that team. What are they doing in the playoffs? That'll be cool, right? I don't want to sit on your couch, though. DG Production says, I hate to rub it in, but would you still take the Skins offense over the Falcons offense? Yeah, I felt the same way when we lost to the Eagles. Yes, I would still take my offense. But this is the difference. Your offense scores touchdowns. So with that in mind, no, I wouldn't take the Redskins offense over the Falcons because you score points. You get in the red zone, and this is the difference between having a run game and not having a run game. You get in the red zone, you can score touchdowns. We can't. That's the difference between the Falcons right now and the Redskins. That's the difference. You can score 42 on a bum team. We can't. Best we could do is 29. That's on everybody. 29-31. I can't do much more than that because I don't score in the red zone. Last year, we would have put 40 on your skull, no problem. No questions asked. We were scoring on every and anybody last year at the end of the season. This year, we'll go 20-20 with the best of them. Don't nobody want none of us 20-20. We get in the red zone, we stink. So I wouldn't take our offense over the Falcons' offense right now because at least they score points. Bossaholic says Redskins choke worse than the dude who fought Jay Reed. I didn't like that analogy. Brian Emerson says, it could be worse. At least you score more points than the Browns and they're winless. I don't like comparing myself to winless teams, man. When you start doing that, that means you really lowered the bar for yourself. We were bad tonight. Andrew Kim says, 13 wins for the Pick'ems. Back to the upper room. Pretty easy week, but happy for 13. Well, I told you this was an easy week. So, Eagle Speed is a nerd says, what's the most disappointing, heartbreaking loss you ever experienced? Probably when I was a kid. You got to be good to experience heartbreaking losses. We haven't been good for such a long time. When I was a kid, when we would lose, I would cry my eyes out because we were actually good then. When we lost to the 49ers when I was 3 years old, I cried. Cried like a little baby. You know why? Because I was a baby. That was the last time we were really good. Haven't had any heartbreaking losses since I've been an adult because we haven't been good. Simple as that. Archangel says, I can feel your anger and passion for your team. I can feel that they've been there for my boy. I've been there, done that for my boys past few seasons. But hang on, it ain't over till it's over. Oh, you ain't got to tell me. Trust me, I know. I told you. This is what I do. I'm a fan through and through. I didn't seen way worse than this. You need to get that speech to the cats that's pronouncing the season dead. I'm not doing that. I know we can still get in. Do we deserve to get in? Probably not. But that's not for us to decide. We got 2 games left. If we win them, you let the chips fall where they may. We'll see what happens. Cal G says, your skins need to tighten up. It would be nice. Y'all play defense. Y'all run the ball. Those are 2 things that are allergic to us. We're foreign to those things. We don't know what defense nor a run game looks like. And that's what wins you games come December. That's why you went to Kansas City and won. That's why you beat Denver at home 2 weeks ago. Because you can play defense and you can run. And in December, when you can do those 2 things, you can win ball games, buddy. Damon Brown says, so what are the chances the Redskins let Kirk walk? Not happening. Not happening. Dizzy, whoa, I just skipped a bunch of comments. Dizzy Diz says, at least be happy that you'll still have the opportunity to go to the final dance. Panthers season ended on Sunday. I'm aware of this. That's why it's all good, man. It's all good. Sin Day Co says, our defense is our best unit. I know you're upset, but it's true. I didn't say your defense wasn't. I said they're not good. Let me rephrase that. They're not great. They were great last year. They're good this season. There's a difference. We should be able to score on good defenses. Okay? There was no excuse for what happened tonight. We were bad. He said, we are bad, but it's because of injuries, our offensive turmoil, and our secondary turnover, which has stabilized us. He said, which has been stabilized. Excuse me. I hear you, man. I hear you, but I ain't trying to hear that. I hear what you're saying loud and clear. Understand it fully. Know where you're coming from. This had more to do with us than you. That's what I'm upset about. This had nothing to do with the Panthers tonight. This was all us. This is all us. We haven't been this bad all season long. And it wasn't. We faced tougher defenses than the Panthers. Trust me when I tell you. And we've been on the road at that. In Baltimore, that was rough. But they're good on defense. In Arizona, that was rough. But they're good on defense. This is at home to a Panthers team that I respect. But I am not afraid of the Carolina Panthers defensively. Nor should I have been. And I left this game feeling the same way I went going in. That we should have dominated these boys, and we didn't. And that's the frustrating part. Brian Emerson says, why do you say F but say bitch? Because F is such a nasty cuss word. It's a big, nasty. Bitch is a female dog. It's okay. It's one that, let me tell you this. Go watch a movie on cable television. See what cuss words they say. They'll say ass. They might even say shit. They'll definitely say bitch. But what they won't say is F. That's all you need to know. That's the pantheon of curse words. I got to be in a certain mood to drop an S-bomb on you, which I'm in a pretty shitty mood, as you can tell. So you got to have me on edge a little bit to get me to say that. I'm not a bitch guy, but I'll throw it in there every now and again for effect. But you won't get me to say F too often, if at all. That's a nasty word. You won't get it to come out of my mouth too often. Moving right along. Bossaholic says, as a Falcon fan, I'm still cautious of Saturday, but I don't know how Carr will win, how Carolina will win. They will be playing on fumes. We'll see. It's family business. You know how that goes. So, Cruising 26 says, damn, Louie Tee is upset. More disappointed than upset. More disappointed than upset. DG Production says, I'll tell Deion Jones to bust up Cam for you. Let's see him dance on us, LOL. I don't have anything against Cam Newton. I'm not a Cam Newton fan, and I just don't like his temperament. I don't like his character. And he's a great guy off the field. Love what he does for the kids and what he does in the community. I just don't like his attitude when he doesn't win. He's spoiled. And I don't like that. T. Little says, laughing my ass off, I'm screaming. I don't know at what, but okay. If I can bring a smile to your face, I'm excited, man. T. Little says, we seen Reed's inner Tyson. He was upset. Now, I haven't seen Jay Reed like that at all, so I know he was really disappointed. I think he was more upset about the lack of production in the game, the injury, and he was ready to go. And like I said, I signed the permission slip. I told him if he wanted to take a trip to the locker room, I'd sign the permission slip. I did, and he was ready to go, so he left. All I ask is that you don't break your hand. Don't do that. Cam celebrating. He won't shit. LOL. Bossaholic says. And that's the part that frustrates me. But he had a good game. I'm not going to take that away from him. He played well. But I can't stand Cam when he does that. Because if they were losing, he'd be the guy towel inside the jersey, sitting over there looking like his best friend just died. You know what I mean? And then at the press conference, he don't want to answer no questions and he want to storm off like a 6-year-old brat. And that's the thing that frustrates me with him. If you're going to dance and be happy and joyful when you win, then you need to be accepting when you lose and respectful and do what you're supposed to do and not cry in the face of adversity. And that's the thing that frustrates me with him. But anyway, Protect428 says, Cam's still a hoe. F this team. Hey, you got to chill, man. Chill. Damn, Tones. Chill. You going in on the boys tonight, man. They had a bad night. It happens. Abraham Lopez says, I can't stand Cam one bit. It's not personal. I don't want you to think that I don't like Cam. Personally, I don't like his ways. Let me rephrase that. I don't like his ways. Okay. Sin Day Co says, what's my name? Say it right tonight. Say it with your chest. I had to get you a little bit in there, Lou. LOL. Sin Day Co. Brandon Jones says, they played like some little bitches today. Yeah, they did. We bitched up a little bit, but it was just, they just didn't play well. The Panthers did out physical us, though, at the line of scrimmage. They beat us up in the run game, offensively, against our defense, and stopping our run game. And so, yeah, they beat us up. T. Little says, boy, hate Cam Newton, LOL. That's how I feel about Matthew Stafford. T. Little says, I need to know why you're willingly root for the Skins. You talking about me? Come on, man. You gonna disrespect me like that, man? You gonna disrespect my boys like that, man? Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Enrique Valencia says, tell us how you really feel about Cam. Like, I ain't got nothing against that man. I just don't like his ways. Okay? That's how I feel about Cam. And I've already said that. This isn't anything brand new. I've already spoken on that subject matter about Cam and how he conducts himself, and he needs to be better. He's a role model, and not all athletes look to be role models, but Cam Newton is one of those guys that looks to be a role model. He loves kids. If you love kids and you're always around kids and you're on Nickelodeon and you have a show on Nickelodeon, then you need to represent yourself and present yourself as a role model to those kids. And you can't be the way that he is after games when they lose. Simple as that. Protect428 says, we laid an effing egg. Kirk lost his damn mind. Idiots dropping passes. We look like some bitch. Wow, on the field. Some bitch-ass N-words on the field. Whoa. See? Chill, man. Tones. Chill, bruh. Chill. You act like you're not a Redskin fan or something. And you act like this your first time seeing us do this. Relax. 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 Abraham Lopez says, how do you feel about Norman at this point? Could have spent that money on other players. I love Josh Norman. You know what our record would be without him? 4. 9-1. Not 7-6-1. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and let you disrespect Josh Norman because that man balls. If I had 11 Josh Normans on defense, we'd be 11-3-1 right now. But I don't. Or 11-2-1. I need more guys with heart like Josh Norman. We don't have enough of those dudes. Guys with enough smarts and effort and all of that stuff. We don't have enough of those dudes. All right, I'm going to take a couple more comments. Almost 1 o'clock. I'm ready to get out of here. Bossaholic says, I'm eating members berries, but members the hogs. I don't even know what that means. Protect428 says, where's the creativity in the offense? Where was Ari's at? Where was Everett at? Safety. What the F? Shaking my head. I saw him out there. I saw DeShazer run over late on the touchdown. Boy, we need some safeties. I can't wait to get some safeties, man. That's what's really killing us in the secondary. Our safety play is horrible. And when you watch the Giants and all these other teams with good safeties like the Packers with Ha Clinton Dix and the Giants with Landon Collins, I'm just jealous, man. And jealousy ain't even part of my DNA, man. But I'm jealous. Because we need one of them. We need one of those in our life. I look at the Cowboys. I see Byron Jones. I'm like, I need one of them. We got all these safeties in our division. We ain't got nail one. Pisses me off. Dominic Garland says, Breland played well. Redskin Pride WGIL says, y'all remind them to like the video. Like the video. Breland did play well tonight, except for when he fell down and almost gave up a touchdown to Teddy Ballgame. But other than that, he actually did play well tonight. And it's funny because my man Redskins Review said, but he put out a video that said Breland's bounce back game. And he was spot on. Breland played well tonight. Eagle Speed is a nerd says, I thought there could only be 2 wild card teams, Giants and the Bucks. That very well may be the case. We'll see. Those teams are in right now as we speak, as your 5 and 6 seeds, respectively. All right. Ricky Levin Sailor says, the Skins are afraid of success. Simple fact. Seems like it. Sometimes that actually crosses my mind sometimes. I say, are we afraid of success? Are we afraid of what comes with success? Are we even capable of basking in our own success? Sometimes I think about that. Are we afraid of what comes with success? I think about that sometimes, but I know that's not the right answer. That's not the right answer. But it crossed my mind, though. And the fact that it crossed my mind scares me. Mo I says, do you think we should be able to refuse Monday Night Football games? We don't have any control over that. It'd be nice to say, hey, nah, we good, man. We going to pass on the Monday nights. We appreciate it. If you could turn that into a Sunday, we do it all day long. I'm good on the Mondays, though, man. I hate waiting an extra day for an ass whooping, too. You know, that it's nothing worse than getting excited, getting juiced up, watching everybody play, getting excited, and then waiting an extra day for your ass whooping. I might as well take mine with everybody else on Sunday. I don't want to wait an extra day to get my ass whooped. That's like getting in trouble at school. Your teacher say, I'm going to call your mama. You know your mom received that phone call and then having to wait till you get home, thinking about that ass whooping the whole day, the bus ride home, nothing. The air don't taste good. The lunch that day doesn't taste good because you know that ass whooping is coming when you get home. Nobody likes waiting for an ass whooping that they know is coming. At least I don't. I don't know. I don't know about you, but those were the worst bus rides home. Knowing your ass was going to get torn up when you got home. Your ass was going to get tore up. Torn up. That's what it feels like when you wait for a Monday night game, knowing you about to get your ass whooped. And that's what we walk into every time we play on Monday night. You go in confident. It's going to be different. This time it's going to be different. only to be sitting here an hour later bitching about how bad we played and talking about how we lost another game on Monday night and how we look so bad and how we haven't played this bad all season. That's what Monday night does to us for some reason. I can't explain it. William Belton says, how do you feel about Kirk? He didn't show much enthusiasm. He was fine. We can put this one on Kirk if you like. This wasn't a Kirk Cousins loss. This was a team loss. Everybody played bad tonight. Everybody had their hand in this one. Everybody. Nobody is absolved from wrongdoing. Everybody played bad football tonight. I can't think of one person that I'm saying in my head, you didn't make at least one boo-boo tonight. Everybody played bad tonight. It's a team loss. All right, last couple comments. It's already past 1 o'clock, so Damon Brown says, LOL, love the quick summary. Thanks. No doubt, man. DG Production says, Jordan had a good footwork. To be honest, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. This football thing don't work out. At least he can box. And he light on his feet, man. I can tell you that much. Dana Elmore says, correction, the Bucks can still win the division if the Falcons. I know you can still win the division. You're not going to win the division is what I basically was alluding to. But yes, your Bucks are still in contention. You're only a game out. The Falcons lose to Carolina next week, and you win out. It can happen. But this is the thing. They got to lose both of their remaining 2 games, and you got to win your last 2 games. You really think the Panthers are going to lose to both the Panthers and the Saints? Let me mind you, that Saints game is at home. And the Saints don't stop anybody on defense. I don't see it happening. But it's family business, and you know how that goes. Derek Stowe says, defense actually came through tonight. It's a failure by the offense. Where do you think the first pick will be spent this coming year? Hard to say. I want the first 3 picks in our draft to be spent on defense. Don't give a damn where it is. You take the best available player at that position. We need players on defense everywhere. Corner, safety, linebacker, defensive line. You name it, we need it. So I want the first 3 picks in the draft to be all defensive players. And then after that, you do whatever the hell you want. But we need it. This off season needs to be heavily spent bringing resources to the defensive side of the football. That's going to do it for me, man. I'm going to take one more. Redskins Pride has a question. I want to see what he says. Does Joe Barry have to give an account for having no imagination? I'm done with Joe Barry now. I was one of those ones that told y'all, get off Joe Barry back. We don't have the talent. But I watched the Cowboys week in and week out go in and find a way to get it done with backups and guys that are less talented. This is a no excuses league. You take the cards that you're dealt and you play the best hand that you could possibly play. And it seems like we don't do that. Because we get dealt a bad hand, we just got a bad hand. So you telling me in spades, when you get a badass hand, but your partner tells you, hey, I got 4 in a possible. And you looking at your hand, you're like, man, I might be able to get you 1. But if you play those cards right, you might be able to get 2, maybe even 3 books, depending on how the cards go. You still got to play them cards you were dealt, man. Can't throw the hand in. Your partner just told you, I got 4 in a possible. You got 1. That's 5 books. Don't throw this in. You might be able to get 6. You might even be able to set them. Don't throw that in. Play the hand that you were dealt. I watch teams take that same hand that you said, I got one book, and go get 3 books. We get a hand and we say we got 1 book, we get 1 book. Hell, we might not even win that goddamn book. That's how I feel about Joe Barry. I look at him and I say, you don't never play your hand correctly. He's the dude that's got 8 spades in his hands, and you like, man, somebody lying. Everybody call out their books around the table, and there's like 3 books out there, and you like, damn, somebody really underbid it. It's Joe B. It's Joe B. This man got 8 spades over there, no diamonds, no clubs, but he only calling 5 books. He don't know how to play his hand, man. That's how I feel about Joe Barry, man. He don't know how to play his hand. I'm sick of it. I know we don't have any talent on defense, but we shouldn't be this bad on defense either. He's got to go. He's got to go. And with that, I got to go. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here on Monday Night Football Overtime. Redskins get embarrassed. Don't let the score fool you. Panthers dominated this game. 26-15 is your final score. Cam Newton threw for over 300. Jonathan Stewart ran for over 120. They beat us up. They beat us up good. Redskins turned it over 3 times, didn't force any turnovers. Panthers went out, and they looked like a team that was in the playoff hunt, not the Redskins. They get it done. They go to 6-8 on the season with the win. Redskins drop to 7-6-1. And despite the ugly showing, they still got a shot at making the postseason. We'll see what happens moving forward. But the Redskins lay another egg on Monday Night Football at home. It's going to do it for your man, Louie T. Remember, we're changing the game one live feed at a time. I'll see you Redskin fans tomorrow night for the Redskins Report live, 8 p.m. Be there. I'll see you then. Have a good one. God bless. Good night. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for letting me vent. Needed this. Always therapeutic. I needed that.
Broncos won the Super Bowl when Peyton Manning retired. 49ers won 5 games and Tom Sula got fired. RG's in Cleveland and my Rams hit the West Coast. Be sleepless in Seattle cause that 12-man ain't beast mode. Oh yeah. I knew it was something I forgot to mention. Yeah. Old Tom Brady about to get that suspension. Yeah. I know the Pats fans probably think that's whack. Yeah. But at the end of the day, your balls was flat. It's that time again. It's that time again to go hard in the offseason, cause we trying to win. We gon' go so hard, we don't take no days off. Hopefully one day it's all gonna pay off. Shout out your defense, they tissue cause they soft. Catch 'em while they sleeping, we gon' sneak in the playoffs. I'm ready for some football, I don't know about you. Who else could it be? But